The judge's voice echoed across the silent courtroom. "Take it off." 3 simple words erased decades of sacrifice in a single moment. Every person in the room looked at the medal on my uniform, and my sister-in-law wore the smile of someone convinced she had already won. Neither she nor the judge had any idea what I had prepared before walking into that courtroom. My name is Megan Carter. I served in the Army for 18 years, spending much of that time overseas. I lost friends, survived injuries that took months to recover from, and during one operation earned the Navy Cross for actions I rarely speak about. I never wore it for attention. Most people outside my military family never even knew I had received it. After both of my parents passed away, they left their modest family home to my brother Ryan and me. The house was never about money. It held every memory of our childhood. Ryan agreed we should keep it, but his wife Amanda saw only profit. She wanted the property sold immediately and spent months pressuring both of us. When I refused, she filed a lawsuit hoping to force the sale. My brother hated the conflict but allowed himself to be pulled into it. I understood his position, but I also knew I would not surrender something my parents had trusted me to protect. The morning of the hearing, I arrived directly from a Veterans Memorial Service, still wearing my dress uniform with every authorized decoration properly displayed. As soon as the judge noticed the medal on my chest, his expression hardened. "This courtroom is not a place for showing off war trophies," he said. I calmly explained that I had come straight from a memorial service. But he interrupted me. "Remove the medal." The courtroom became completely silent. My attorney started to object, but I stopped him. Instead, I politely asked that his order be entered into the official record before complying. The judge, irritated that anyone questioned him, confirmed his demand. That was exactly what I needed. Inside my briefcase was a folder containing official military records. I approached the bench and handed it to him. The first page confirmed my Navy Cross. The second verified its authenticity through the Department of Defense. The third outlined federal guidance explaining that properly worn military decorations were protected during official proceedings unless there was a legitimate legal reason to remove them. As the judge continued reading, the confidence slowly disappeared from his face. I asked him to read the final memorandum. It explained that judges were expected to understand military protocol and treat decorated service members with appropriate respect. Every word he had spoken that morning was already being recorded by the court reporter and courtroom recording system. For the first time, he realized the mistake he had made. My attorney requested that every statement remain preserved in the official transcript. The clerk confirmed that everything had already been recorded. The judge's authority suddenly felt much smaller than it had only minutes before. Then we called our next witness. Retired Colonel James Walker entered the courtroom. He had commanded the mission during which I earned my Navy Cross and personally recommended me for the award. Calmly and professionally, he described the operation and confirmed every detail of my service. Then he added something unexpected. During the final years of my career, I trained judges and legal officials on military protocol, including courtroom rules regarding uniforms and decorations. This is basic instruction. Your Honor should already know these policies. The room became painfully quiet. The judge tried to move the hearing forward, but the damage had already been done. I then presented one final piece of evidence. Before court had even begun, my attorney and I had submitted a formal complaint to the State Judicial Oversight Committee. It was not done out of revenge, but to ensure accountability if the proceedings became inappropriate. The confirmation appeared on the courtroom, displayed at every statement made that morning, would become part of an official ethics investigation. The judge stared at the screen without speaking. Even Amanda stopped smiling as she realized the hearing was no longer unfolding the way she had planned. Court recessed shortly afterward. 3 months later, the investigation concluded. The Oversight Committee found a long pattern of judicial misconduct, and my case became the event that exposed years of inappropriate behavior. The judge was removed from the bench. Amanda's lawsuit also collapsed. Another judge reviewed the property dispute and ruled that her claims had no legal basis. She was ordered to reimburse my legal expenses after the court determined the lawsuit had been filed in bad faith. Eventually, my brother came to my house carrying nothing but regret. He apologized for allowing the conflict to reach that point. We spent hours talking, and little by little, we rebuilt the relationship we almost lost. Amanda eventually left both the marriage and the family. One evening, I returned to my parents' old home. I stood beneath the oak tree my father planted the year I was born and held my Navy Cross in my hand. That medal had never represented pride or recognition. It represented responsibility. The judge believed he had the authority to question my honor simply because he wore a robe. What he failed to understand was that real authority carries responsibility. Without it, power eventually destroys itself. The day he ordered me to remove my Navy Cross, he believed I was the one standing trial. In the end, it was his own career that faced judgment,